Hello, friends, and welcome to another Pauper League. We're going to be playing Affinity today, one of the most popular decks in Pauper. We've seen it a couple of times before on this channel. This time we are playing without the Disciple of the Vault, allowing us to play a few more blue cards in the main, allowing us to have some counter magic, and then also main deck Echoing Truth as a potential answer to Chatterstorm. This looks like a good hand. We'll keep this. Turn 3 we'll have, I think a 2-mana Thoughtcast seems pretty good. Alright, so what are we going to want on top? Atog and Wells both seem fine. Maybe not the Well. Well is going to be pretty good in the long game. Let's keep both of these. Okay, so we're playing against Dimir. And another Thoughtcast, but we found no lands. Unfortunate. We did set ourselves up for this with the Scry 2. So hopefully we'll find a land on top. That's a miss. We could draw 2 more cards with Thoughtcast here. If we Witching Well, we'll have 4 artifacts. We can't really put anything down with that. We miss on land, so we're going to have to discard a bunch of cards. Get rid of a well. Probably has to just be both of the wells. Maybe a Counterspell would have been the right discard there. Well is a 1-mana artifact, which is a good thing. Looks like a Gurmag Angler coming down. Bigger than most of our creatures. Finally, found a land. So Thoughtcast now costs 1 mana. Let's play Prism. If we Thoughtcast here, we have to discard a card. I'm just going to play the Chromatic Star. Hello, Islands. Welcome, welcome. We're getting pretty close to an Atog Fling as well. 6 plus 1 is 13. They have no counter magic up, but they do have removal. So let's see here. The first Enforcer is going to cost 1, so we could go Enforcer, Companion, Gearseeker. Could also just hold up Counterspell. I would rather put a bunch of stuff on the board. Start threatening lethal. Oh, so I took this list from one of the I think it was a second place list from a weekend challenge. So it wasn't my idea to put the counterspell in. This is something that another Affinity player decided to do in order to give themselves more interaction with whatever the opponent might be doing. Alright, so they have the attack here, and they're going to have a removal spell up, so if we double block here, we lose both of our creatures. Okay, no removal spell, but we don't have the mana for the Tog. Or, sorry, we have the mana for the Tog. We don't have the mana for Tog Fling. So I'm going to start with a Thoughtcast. See what we draw. Oh, this is going to be a Counterspell. We could counter their Counterspell. Ooh, Echoing Truth on the double anglers here? I'm going to save the Counterspell. I'm going to Echoing Truth the two Gurmag anglers. That seems really good. Smash for 8. Let's see you redeploy those creatures now. Thought Scour is definitely going to help that. Evolving Wilds is also basically a mana for Gurmag Angler. Actually, I think there's 2 main deck. Okay, so they could have Dispel up. On the upside, we haven't shown them Counterspell yet. So let's see here. We attack all. They block 1 with Angler. They block 1 with Augur. Take 4. We lose a critter. Let's keep that pressure up. So we could Fling here, but if they have Dispel, that's super bad for us. So I think I'm just going to pass here and hold up Counterspell. Fling the one blocked? Ooh, yeah, we might as well have done that, because then the Counterspell would not have mattered. You're right. Thanks there, clans. Yep. And islands. That is absolutely what I should have done. And now we're giving the opponent an extra turn. They get to untap, draw a card. This is all bad. Now, that Fling worked. Yeah, that's why you're here. Gotta give me those tips. So let's see here. We're playing against Dimir. Probably Dimir Delver, because we didn't see any fairies. So let's see here. Reaping the Graves is going to be good. And Pyroblast. We can take out the Echoing Truth. I mean, it was good in that one situation, but I don't expect Echoing Truth to be good in this matchup. The Dispels seem pretty nice. The Flings are a bit of a risk. Yeah, actually the Galvanics don't seem very good in this matchup. They're going to be more like targeted to face. Yeah, we'll keep this. Turn 1 Witching Well into turn 2 Thoughtcast. Yes! Yes, it is. That's it, Hamuda. Could not remember their name at the start of the show. I believe they got second place with this list. Okay, so the Great Furnace seems pretty good. Do we need the Silverbluff Bridge? We're going to have 3 lands already. Okay, this leaves up Counter Magic. So they could have a Counterspell here. I don't know if I want to just throw my Thoughtcast into a Counterspell. We have a 4-mana Galvblast up here, so we can throw that at their face, end of turn. Oh, he was playing a blue-black Affinity. I've seen Rakdos Affinity, but I don't think I've ever seen Dimir. Oh, with Thorn. Interesting idea. Get another artifact in, get a free draw. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Myr Enforcer cannot be played yet. We'll just pass the turn and Galvblast them again. They haven't done anything with their mana for 3 turns now. So they got their blue elemental blast to counter the Tog. And we are tapped out. So Chainer's Edict is going to eat our Enforcer. And they still have 2 mana up to counterspell our Thoughtcast. Okay, Delver of Secrets is a win condition. Draw 2 cards, can't be countered. So they have a Snuff Out revealed. And they're starting to put on pressure. Ah, here we go. Sojourner's Companion. They have another Edict. I guess we'll fling. So do we fling their life total or do we fling their Aberration? I kind of think I kill their critter, right? Because that's what's killing us. Or at least try to. Because getting them down to 8 doesn't seem all that hot. Dispel, and they still have Counterspell up. They've been holding that up all game. Woof. Spell Bomb. Really? I mean, I guess it draws a card. If you had a bunch of bad cards in your deck, you might put a Spell Bomb in. But I don't think it gets any value. We're going to Thoughtcast here so that if they have the Counterspell, they cannot cast Snuff Out during our turn without paying life. Okay, it's a negate. See, now they have to pay life for their Snuff Out. That was the plan. Don't know if it's going to end well for us. It doesn't seem like it is, but we've got a couple more turns. Ah, where were you? If we had waited one more turn for that Thoughtcast. Looks like we're going to be going to a Game 3. Yeah, it felt like the time to go for it, but you know how things are in hindsight, right? At that moment, when I cast Thoughtcast, it seemed like the play, and now that we've taken an extra turn and we've seen Dispel, it looks like, oh, well, if only I had waited for that Dispel. But, you know, we didn't have that information before. Woof. Drew the wrong half. I guess some of our draws were pretty good. It's just we got really flooded out. Okay, now they have 5 cards in hand, and all they have to do is protect the insects. So, a couple of counterspells is all they need, and we don't have any answers anyway. We'll scoop it up here, move on to game 3. So we've got 2 of the most popular decks, 2 of the top 3, I would say, facing off against each other. Affinity is one of the top decks, Dimir, Delver is one of the top, and then, of course, Chatterstorm. I guess, like, we have the Dispels to protect the companion, but this hand doesn't seem very good. It does nothing for several turns. Yeah, me too. Can't wait for the bans. Ban Chatterstorm already. And now we get no lands. Oh, that sucks. We're going to be mulliganing to 5. Ban Island. Thanks, Iburikima. Nice to see ya. Opponent has 7 cards in hand. I guess probably not going to be a trophy run today. So next turn we can get one of our Enforcers down. Unless we draw something we're more interested in casting. They show a Counterspell. Was hoping to get lucky there for them to fail to find. And that's their black mana. So they're going to be able to start casting removal spells. I mean, yeah, they have it. I was definitely hoping that, but Evolving Wilds saves the day. And they throw the Counterspell at this. They'll almost certainly have the removal spell for the this Enforcer. They're going to be pretty heavy on removal, or at least they're going to have the ability to. They're going to have Snuff Out, Cast Down, and Chainer's Edict. So they have 6 cards in hand, and we have 1. This is obviously an abysmal position to be in. Fortunately, we do have the Wishing Well to draw 2 cards here. Another Enforcer. Do we just throw down the Critter? End phase, Brainstorm. Are they going to stop on upkeep? No, they just go ahead and find the Snuff Out. Yep. No shuffle. Yeah, I've been told that I'm not supposed to brainstorm end of turn. Here is the opponent doing it, and they're going to win the game. Although I think that has more to do with our mulligan than their brainstorm decision. Ah, Thoughtcast. If only we could guarantee cast that. That would be so good. But they have 4 cards in hand, 3 mana. I'm more interested in getting the guaranteed cards. So I'm going to sacrifice Witching Well to draw 2. Yeah, let's go triple Galvblast. We got 2 more Galvblasts in the deck. Let's get them out here. Oh, there's a Atog. So we're getting cards. Oh, that was the wrong tap. I wanted to hold up red-blue. Needed to think a little bit longer about that because I tapped the wrong lands here. Okay, they let both of those resolve. Trying to be patient on this Thoughtcast so we can get it to resolve. Although, as I'm doing that, I'm giving the opponent more opportunities to draw to counter magic, although right now I imagine they're looking for removal spell most of all. Ooh, Thorn of the Black Rose. Giving them the Monarch. That is scary stuff. But they are tapping off of Counterspell here. Another Tog. They have the Dispel for the Galvblast. They get to keep their Thorn. Let's play Tog and pass. If we attack here, they're going to block the Myr Enforcer with Thorn. We lose our critter. They get to keep Monarch. Deep Analysis is the card they draw. That's a pretty good one. Draw 4 cards. They're a little bit leery about casting it, though. They don't want to take down counter magic. Let's draw a couple cards. Oh, no. I want to kill my Tog before I draw the card. Alright, well, we do not find Fling, so Tog down. Oh, come on! Get out of here! Ugh. I think this game is over. Opponent has had the Monarch for too many turns. They're going to be able to, yeah. They're going to be able to take this game. We just didn't have enough resources. We would have lost 1/4/4. They would have lost 2 creatures. Maybe it would have been right, but then we would have nothing. I mean, difficult situation regardless. Alright, we're going to scoop them up here. Opponent has too much advantage. Oh man, another hand. 1 land, but we've got the Witching Well to set up our scries. The problem is the land comes into play tapped. Alright, alright. Well, there's, this deck is one of the better ones in Pauper right now. So, yeah, hopefully you can learn a thing or two here. Like, came to the wrong neighborhood. No, that, our friend can learn what not to do. Like, don't keep hands like this. Oh yeah, get the old Atogs, because they say sacrifice an artifact, this creature gets +2/+2. It doesn't say until end of turn, so it just grows forever. Magic doesn't actually work that way. I would have kept that 1 lander if the 1 land was a seat. Okay, so 1 hand had land screw, and this time we're getting a little bit flooded. So this says reveal an artifact or creature, so they're going to be able to take one of our lands. We can't do anything about it. But normally a discard spell like that wouldn't be able to hit lands. This one can. I know, right? Take them! Take the lands! I don't want them! Awesome. So you bought the revised Atogs? Fair enough. What was the first printing of Atog? Because I can't remember what it is, but years and years ago I picked those up. Okay, well we got a critter, and it blocks the Guardian. So yeah, let's play it. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We gotta pay 2 manas. And we can try and save it from a removal spell. Ah, thank you, Antiquities. Yeah, and I guess like it really comes down to how much money do you honestly want to spend on your Pauper deck? Most people would say not very much. And then you got some people that foil out their Pauper decks. Oh, I just realized we can get foil Gorilla Shamans now. That was something that was keeping me from completing a deck. And the foil Quirion Rangers will be quite a bit cheaper, so I have a friend that will be very happy about that. Yeah, let's counterspell that. Pestilence, that's the namesake of their deck, so let's counter it. They might as well attack here. Oh, nice. Draw a counterspell. Not bad. Smash. Oh, well, thank you. I appreciate that. Pristine Talisman resolves. Looks like another Pestilence will counter. Yeah, Magic is kind of like my happy place. So even when, I'm in the middle of a frustrating game of Magic, I'm still feeling pretty good. No kidding. I didn't know about that, islands. I have heard that some places do have quite a gap, but I didn't realize that Europe versus North America was one of those. I would have figured that it'd be pretty easy to get a hold of cardboard. Mostly for commander cards? Interesting. Alright, let's go ahead and draw 2 cards with Thoughtcast. Not bad, not bad. We'll play Prophetic Prism here. I want to keep up double blue for the counterspell. So this gets us a 3rd blue. Oh, they're just going to gain a life. Yep. Alright, let's set up the top. I like the Galv Blast. I'll go bottom top. Do we have any way to draw a card? Not immediately, huh? Too bad. That could have been lethal. Crypt Rats. So we have Galv Blast on top. If we let them Crypt Rats for 4, they're dead? Hey there, Cylon. Apparently Xanathar is amazing. I'll have to look that up later. I have not seen it. So this is one of the new spoilers. Hey, yeah, using your VIP status, I like it. So Xanathar is some sort of beholder. Alright, I'm just going to let this turn play out here, and I'll take a look at Xanathar later. So, yeah, Cryptorast wants to do a bunch of damage. We'll let that happen. Galvblast your face. And once more. Okay. So before sideboarding, let's just take a look at this sweet, sweet beholder. At the beginning of your upkeep, choose target opponent. Until end of turn, that player cannot cast spells. You may look at the top card of their library at any time. You may play the top card of their library. And you may spend mana as though it were mana of any color to cast spells this way. Interesting. That does a lot. Costs a lot of mana, but I imagine that Commander players are going to be all over that. Yeah, so good in EDH. There it is. Sweet. Okay, we still got 2 minutes. Quite a bit of time. We're going to want Reaping the Graves. Our colored counter magic isn't going to work. We could potentially bring in Ancient Grudge or Shenanigans. Because they are going to have the Prismatic Talisman is one thing, but they're also going to have Bonder's Ornament, which used to be one of the most expensive cards in Pauper. I think it's Lotus Petal right now. But otherwise, I don't think I'm interested in any of the other sideboard cards. So we are looking at 2 cards to bring in. Going to play EDH Lantern Control? Wow. That is something else. Alright, we got a minute left to pull 2 cards. The counterspells were super good, the dispels were fine. The Echoing Truths are kind of mediocre. We could probably get rid of the Echoing Truths pretty easily. Hey, hydration, you got it. Who plays Standard? Good question. I used to. Before COVID hit, I was pretty into the paper scene, and I would just play whatever I had to play in order to go to the big tournaments. But nowadays, I don't play paper, I just play online, and my favorite formats are Pauper and Modern, so I only play those formats. This hand here, I am not impressed by. We only have the 1 land. I'm just going to mulligan this. Okay, we're going to keep this one. We got 2 lands. They come into play tapped, but we have Witching Well to set up our draws. So I think I'll just get rid of Chromatic Star here. Yeah, it seems like we've all kind of got like the same kind of idea about Standard. We'll play it if we have to. Castigate, so they get to take a card out of our hand. What do you think they take? They take the Tog. Makes sense. I wasn't too sure. I figured they're going to have access to so much removal that maybe, you know, like they can just leave the Tog and answer it. But it is like the, it's part of our combo. It's the most risky thing for them to allow us to keep. We want to set up some land drops if we can, and we can. Do we want the Serpent? 1, 2, 3, 4. So the Serpent would only cost 3 mana? We could probably keep the Serpent. And we remembered to play our land for turn. So we're going to be able to put a Myr Enforcer down next turn, and then a Serpent down the turn after that. So Islands had a lot of fun with Standard when it was between first Mirrodin and Time Spiral. That is, that's a while ago. You could play real aggro combo control decks, a lot of diversity, and was balanced after bans. Okay, fair enough. I was not playing Standard at that point. Affinity is sweet. Definitely one of the best, or I would say one of the most well-positioned Pauper decks right now. If you're a fan of Affinity, especially of Affinity mirror matches, now is really the time for it. So let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this costs 2 and this costs 2. So we might as well just play Gearseeker. And I'm going to do it pre-combat. Cancel that. I'm going to do it post-combat because Gearseeker is our better creature. So if they have removal spell, I want them to use it on the Myr Enforcer, even though it means we're going to have to pay, we would have to pay an extra mana to put the Serpent down. I'm fine with that. Nice, we got the damage. Okay, we have Galvanic Blast up. Probably throw it at their face here. Or if this is Crypt Rats, no, it's a Pristine Talisman. Okay, so yeah, we'll throw the Galvanic Blast at their face. And we're going to be doing a 9 damage on top of this on our turn, so this should be GG, I think. How much does this cost? Just 1. Ah, we don't have enough mana for Witching Well because we had to pay the 1. Scoop them up, opponent. Another 1 land hand. We're getting a lot of those. Gonna mulligan this one. We got a bunch of lands on this one. I'm gonna keep it. So let's see here. So our double blue spells aren't really castable right now. And Fling is useless without a Atog. So we're looking at discarding one of these 3 cards. Yeah, you're right, Cylon. The land replaces the well, and that's the 1 mana we needed. Maths. Ooh, we're up against squirrels. We could be dead with our tap land here. Our hand is not set up versus squirrels. On the other hand, we have Tog Fling. Yay! Okay, they hit land. Oh, what a draw! The question is, are they going to have duress in the main? Well, whatever, we're holding up Echoing Truth. That's the plan now. Welcome to Pauper. Excuse me, opponent. I am playing Two Truths main deck. Ha we gotta click so many times to hold up this Echoing Truth. And it makes it obvious that we have a thing. Yeah, we've got that up temporarily so that I can use it here and there. That is going to be taken off as soon as it's banned. And I'll replace it with something else. Could I pass until beginning of combat? I don't know that I could. I know how to pass to end step. There's a shortcut key for that. Right click on beginning of combat. I mean, like, yeah, we do have a stop set there, but I don't want to just, like, hit 6, because that's just going to pass the turn forever. Most of the time, yes. Cylon Supreme. Yeah, we want the yield on beginning of combat, that's fine. I'm just going to have to click every time. Just because I don't want to make a mistake. Oh, there we go. The one question, I mean, like, if they had duress, they would have already cast it before putting their squirrels out. Oh, they got a relay too? We should wait for the Echoing Truth then. Because they're going to be able to go again next turn. Let's see here. No duress in this pile. So yeah, let's just do the same thing again. And thank you, friends, for teaching me this new aspect of Magic Online. Did not know I could yield until any point in the turn like that, so that's really cool. Will potentially save my clock. I mean, absolutely in this game, but potentially down the road as well. Yeah, exactly. You don't have to click through everything, potentially making errors. So they only have lands left in exile there, which is still fine. Because they also filled their hand up here. Introduction of Prophecy. As long as they're not casting Duress. Another first day of class. How many first day of class is this? All of them? 3 of them. Well, it's nice for us that they cast all those first days, which means they don't have another first day to go. Or so they have one more. One more in the entire deck. And that's good for us. Because if they're going to try and continue playing this after this turn. But I don't think they will. They only have 2 cards left in hand. So the Echoing Truth is probably just going to end the game. No Pact of Negation. I mean, there is a foil. Do you give up? Not yet. Prophetic Prism. Draw a card. Citadel. So, yeah, we can hold up Dispel. So let's Thoughtcast. And pass. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's lethal with Tog. Oh, they're going for it again? If they Metamorphose, we can stop that with a Dispel. And that should stop them dead. I guess they could have a Chatterstorm in hand right now. Okay. So let's see here. 2 mana available. I don't think they're going to have counter magic. We should just kill them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Nom 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 nom. Target you, sacrifice this. We win with no permanents on the board. Nice. Okay. So we bring in Cannonade. We bring in Krark-Clan. They don't really have blue spells, but they do have red spells we want to counter. First Day of Class and Metamorphose. So what are we going to take out? We can take out Galvanic Blast. We can take out Gearseeker. The 1 mana Ritual is red. Yep, that's true as well. They also have Seething Song, which we can hit with Hydroblast as well. So we're looking for 2 more cards to take out. I'm actually leaning towards the Tog. Like just taking out a Tog Fling here is what I'm leaning towards. I mean, it's not ideal, but we have a first turn Witching Well. But the Witching Well means we play Island. So that'd be 1 artifact, 2 artifacts, and that would not be enough to Thoughtcast on turn 2. I think I'm going to mulligan this one and look for some hate. Alright, we find no lands. We're going to have to mulligan again. And, oh, this is great. Perfect. We'll keep. We got to get rid of 2 cards, so we'll get rid of Chromatic Star and I think the Atog. Obviously, I want to keep these 3 cards. Obviously, I want to keep all 4 of these cards. So it really comes down to, do I want to keep Enforcer or Atog? And Enforcer can be free. So I can potentially play an Enforcer and hold up Counterspell and Truth. So I'm going to want to keep the Enforcer. Okay, we'll play the Bridge and hope we don't die. And I say that with no sarcasm. Opponent could kill us right now. Thank you for letting us live. So at this point, we're fighting through duress, which opponent could have. Which means we don't want to be passing the turn like we were before. We're going to want to be holding up like another Echoing Truth. As I was saying, we're going to want to be holding up spells, but like having the second Echoing Truth means they need double duress. So this is 4, it costs 3 to play an Enforcer, which is too much mana. We got to keep up at least 2 mana at all times. And hopefully we'll draw into a Krark-Clan Shaman. Rite of Flame. Looks like they're going for it, or going for something here. Manamorphose. Yep. Three Manamorphose in a row. Building that storm count. Okay, here's the first chatter. And a relay. Makes sense. So let's see what they get with the relay. Go ahead and yield until here. So they have more Chatterstorms coming. No interest in casting the Echoing Truth this turn. So Myr Enforcer costs 2, but then we would only have access to 1 spell. We're going to pass again. This way we can double spell during the opponent's turn. Opponent is much better at keeping their lands around than I am. Yeah, we'll take 6, no problem. Manamorphose, go green, green. Chatterstorm, Chatterstorm. And then I Echoing Truth. But they have 6 cards in hand, so they're going to be able to go off again. Just continuously going off over and over again. That's what Chatterstorm does. And I think that I should learn quite a bit from our opponent here, in the sense that they've kept these geothermal crevices on the board for so long. Okay, do they have a relay? That's the big question here. If they have another relay, they're doing pretty good. Night's Whisper, sure. Gets rid of one of their lands. Bonus. But they got 7 cards in hand. So, wow. What a deck. This Chatterstorm. We are so prepared for it, and it's still just doing wild stuff. 3 red mana, that looks like another relay. But they've used most of their Chatterstorms, right? They only have 1 Chatterstorm left in the deck. Gutshot, yep. That's a good one. First day. But no chatter here. Do we cast one of the Echoing Truths this turn? I think we just wait. No, we cast it this turn so that we have more mana available next turn. Oh, nice. They had a Gutshot in hand, ready for this. I'm going to counterspell the Gutshot. Another Gutshot. Wow. Yeah. Good one. So let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this costs 2. This costs 1, so we can play our hand. We can play our entire hand here. We're going to want to go ahead and Echoing Truth now before they have access to this Gutshot. Nice. And that's lethal on board. So they need another Chatterstorm. But if they have Chatterstorm number 4 in hand, we're probably dead. Those Gutshots were super good in countering our Echoing Truths. Yep, probably just dead. Yeah, they Gutshot us. That's a real strong sign that they just have it. They go get Pest Summoning. That's an interesting one. I mean, maybe that's just the last card they had left to get. No chatter, no chatter. Come on, no chatter. Another first day. Goes get Intro to Prophecy. So if Chatter's in their top 3 cards, they have it. They go top, we're dead. Yep. And they cast a first day already, so this is death. How many first days? I clicked concede, but it's not actually going to scoop them up. Okay, here we go. Finally. Wow, good game. That's crazy. So opponent won through double Echoing Truth plus Counterspell. We had 3 hate cards and they still won. You really got to give it to the opponent on that one. That was very impressive. Keep this. So it should be pretty obvious to the opponent that we have an Echoing Truth. Looks like they're going, or no, they could have just played the Lotus Petal there to take it out of their hand. Krark-Clan. One, two, three, four, five. So this is 2 mana, then this is 1 mana, and we get to hold up Echoing Truth. We can't counterspell anyways, we don't have the second blue. So let's put down some power and hold up Echoing Truth. If I put the Shaman down, then Gutshot is going to be live. So we have one answer with Echoing Truth. I'm kind of hoping like I can slam Krark down after they make a bunch of squirrels and then use it and then continue to hold up Echoing Truth. Echoing Truth is only bad to Gutshot if they have not used First Day of Class, and if they have not used First Day of Class, then we can use Krark-Clan Shaman and Gutshot won't work. That being said, we might throw down Krark-Clan Shaman next turn, so that they have to have Gutshot plus. We're going to be throwing down Krark-Clan Shaman guaranteed, because these don't have First Day. We'll kill them with Krark. Oh, nice. And they just passed without using that mana. That's wonderful. Oh, we draw Hydroblast. If only we had more blue mana. Clear the blockers. We've got a great hand, but we're stuffed on blue mana. Well, this is really their go turn here. They got a first day. Another first day. This makes green mana. They get Pest summoning. Cast Gut Shot at us, sure. So they did have the Gut Shot. Pest summoning, sure. They get a bunch of 3/3s. And a Chatter. Okay, obviously they don't have Duress. They would have cast that already if they had it. Let's go ahead and yield to the first days. Echoing Truth. Scoop him up, opponent. Not yet, huh? Okay. Could have waited for them to attack, true. Krark-Clan, okay, hold priority. Sacrifice 1. Sacrifice 2. Sacrifice 3. That should be GG. They're going to gain 2 life, go to 8, we'll hit him for 8. I guess if they have Gut Shot in hand, they get to kill one of our Enforcers. Okay, that's fine. I'd say we're still in a pretty good position here. They have 1 card in hand. Nice. Yeah, we'll keep this. First turn, Witching Well. Not too interested in these, especially not knowing what the opponent is playing. I'm going to bottom looking for lands. Okay, we're playing against Dimir. Echoing Truth, not what we need in this matchup. Although there was that one time Echoing Truth was pretty good. Returned a pair of Gurmag Anglers. No land. Damn. We're going to have to land cycle. That is one of the cool things about these companions, though. I mean, I would much rather be casting them as 4/4s, but that allowed me to have a play last turn. And they get a cast down with the Augur. It's going to be pretty good versus our critters. Is this a ninja turn? It is a ninja turn. Brutal. They're going to get a ton of card advantage with that. Maybe I should have used the Galv Blast to just kill their critter. Left some mana open, maybe. Too late. So, Gearseeker Serpent costs too much mana. I was absolutely wanting to kill that ninja there, so did not have enough mana to cast the Gearseeker. Or rather, I didn't have enough mana to do both things. They get a Snuff Out, that's an answer to our Gearseeker, but if we get enough mana, maybe we can hold up a Counterspell? One, two, three, four, five. So this only costs 2, but we don't have enough mana for Counterspell. Gonna put the Atog out as a bait. No ninja. Uh-oh. That's a problem. They've got the Monarch. They've got 5 cards in hand already. Going up to 6, going to be 7 cards in hand on their turn. Fling? Ah. Where were you before? So we get Dispel as a way to protect the Gearseeker. I like that. And we have Galvblast to kill the Thorn. Oh no, Chainer's Edict is a sorcery! Seems like a tough matchup. Opponent just seems to always have the answer. Let's play some artifacts and pass back. But with the opponent having the Monarch for turn after turn, the advantage has gone far over on their side. Even as they're playing cards, they're replacing themselves. So we can probably scoop this one up. Yes. Chatterstorm has destroyed the Pauper meta. Basically, there are 3 decks in the format. Chatterstorm, Affinity, and Dimir. Echoing Truth is really not what we want in this matchup, but it was really good to have Echoing Truth in the main deck last matchup. Another Augur. Oh yeah, let's Echoing Truth all these Augur of Bolas. They get a cast down to hands. Oh wow. What are we even doing here? Galvblast so far away from being relevant. We've already used 2 of them, so we're not going to be able to Galvblast their life total. Let's Prophetic Prism, see what we draw, but I don't expect I'll be remaining in this game for very much longer. They have double black here. That's enough for Chainer's Edict from the graveyard. Oh, they just go ahead and cast another spell from hand. I'm out of this one. Alright, so we can take out Echoing Truth. I'm also kind of interested in taking out Fling Tog. So let's see here. We can bring in a Reap and all the Pyroblasts. Cannonade doesn't seem like the worst. It hits Ninja, it hits all their Faeries. Yeah. Chatterstorm has warped the format. And a lot of people have stopped playing. So Pauper is not healthy. Yeah. It's unfortunate. And I think that it could have been... I think that we could have seen it coming. Pauper players immediately recognized that Chatterstorm was a problem. And if WotC had listened, we wouldn't be in this situation. But WotC decided to let us play with the new toys. It was a decision they made. And, I mean, I absolutely enjoy playing Chatterstorm, but I don't enjoy what it's done to the format. Pauper is sick. Please give us the meds. I need a vaccine against the Chatterstorm. Got a fever, and the only prescription is to ban Chatterstorm. Yeah, we'll keep this. I think Chatterstorm ban would be a fantastic start. So we can play Sojourner's Companion if we want. That would make us vulnerable to Snuff Out Ninja. That's fine. I mean, Atog would not be the only card that I've ever played that people have been crying out for bans for. I've definitely played more than my fair share of Chatterstorm. So they draw the Snuff Out with the Augur, but they don't get Ninja, so that's good. We have Galvblast available. Reaping the Graves isn't going to do us any good this turn. I think we just play Silverbluff Pass. And then if they present a ninja, we Galvblast it. We also have Counterspell available. Hey, all right. Well, thanks for the lurk. Get some viewers in here. That's all good. Thanks a lot. And, you know, maybe after some time, Pauper will grow on you. Ah, come on, get out of here. Ah, we miss. Too bad. It would have been pretty great if we had drawn that Counterspell there. Reaping the Graves still only hits one thing, so pass the turn, I guess. Gurmag Angler is a creature we cannot Galvblast. Or at least it isn't going to do enough. Gearseeker Serpent blocks it pretty well, though. Nice. Not a ninja. Cool. How are they going to scry this? One top, one bottom. Cast a creature. What does the Augur get them? Ah, Snuff Out. Okay. Wow, so they're holding that Snuff Out. Don't want to use it yet. Probably just don't want to pay the life. Okay, Witching Well resolves. Bottom, I would say. Not too interested in those. Be more interested in drawing some fresh creatures. No. Out of the 4 cards on top of our deck, 3 were lands. Try and kill their Gurmag Angler. And they have a Spell Stutter Sprite. It's looking like GG from here. Alright, let's put all our creatures back on the board. Pass turn. Reaping the Graves. Good card. Unfortunately, opponent has a bunch of flyers, so in 4 turns in the air, we're dead. But we also have a really aggressive board ourselves. And Gearseeker Serpent can be unblockable. Try for a Thoughtcast. Do they have another Counterspell? Oh no, the Snuff Out. They pay life for that? I mean, they paid life for that. That's pretty good. Pedro Borgas, hello. Oh, the Dispel now? I don't want the Dispel now. I wanted that when they were trying to kill my creature. Hey, thanks for the follow, friend. Do you only play Pauper? No, I also play Modern. Yeah, so I play Modern on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. And then on days that begin with the letter T, I play Pauper. If you're interested, I also have a YouTube where I put my my leagues up afterwards. So there's a ton of content up there if you'd like to see some more of what I do. Good one, Ferret. Today and tomorrow. Yeah, GG. We got 2 lands. They're tap lands, but this hand looks pretty good. We're going to keep it. Play the Silver Bridge first, because we are basically an Izzet deck. Hey, first mirror match. Oh, how do English speakers abbreviate thanks? TY, thank you, TY. I love both of these cards. Do I want the untapped land next turn? Yeah, to play the Prophetic Prism. Oh my, did I? Oh my god, I did, didn't I? Oh my god. Sorry, friends. It will happen from time to time. I try to keep the play very tight, but sometimes I make a grievous error like that one. This is the position we're in, so we're going to have to play from it. Fortunately, the opponent is also mana screwed, so is what it is. All right, shake it off. So let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which means Companion only costs 2. We could just play the Chromatic Stars and Companion is free. And then we'll play Thoughtcasts next turn. Echoing Truth, the Companion. How good? How good would that be? And kill our companion. Sure. Alright, we have Counterspell or Dispel Galvblast up. Alright, gonna need to slow down just a little bit here. They already have a ton of cards in hand. We're gonna let the Thoughtcast resolve. It really depends on the decks, honestly. Do we want to counterspell a Sojourner? I think so. But yeah, generally, early turns are going to be very important. And turn 3, 4 are going to be crux turns. But generally, the game isn't going to be over for several more turns after that. So the thing is, when do we want to cycle the stars? I was kind of hoping to like wait until we got a Atog. We still have the Witching Well to draw us cards, but might be a good idea to get that going. Right, so yeah, like I was saying, in Pauper, it's a grind. So games generally are going to go very long. The early turns are going to be very important to establish that advantage early, and then after that, you're going to want to ride that advantage. We could go for Chromatic Star for blue, try and find the second Dispel. Squirrel Storm, how do you beat it? Echoing Truth. We also have access to, there is also a couple of other cards you can use. Echoing Decay is okay. Fiery Cannonade is usable, but a little bit slow. Hydroblast, Blue Elemental Blast are pretty good. Hey, it's Atog. Nice. We got Atog Fling ready to go next turn. Duress is also quite good against Chatterstorm. Tap out. Tap out. Damn it. They only have 3 cards left. Tap out. They still have a single blue mana for Dispel. They've only used 1. There's still 1 left in the deck. Hey, how'd you guess? I am Canadian. So yes, Pauper, the snowball effect is very real in the format. So they have 2 cards in hand. Is it Dispel? Bait it with Galvblast? Absolutely. Okay, well, they waited and let our spell resolve. No guts, no glory, right? Ah, they do have it. Well, that's death. We went for the win, and now we lose. Figured they had 1 mana left. This was an absolutely opportune moment to go for it. They only would reasonably have 1 Dispel left in the entire deck, and they just so happened to have it. I stand by my play on that one. Ban every card that we ever lose to. We bring in Ancient Grudge. We take out Echoing Truth. Yeah, that's totally fair, Donut. That would have absolutely been the safe play. And you would have done far better than I would have in that game. We'll bring in Shenanigans. And then we can bring in some number of... I really like Pyroblast, actually. Because it counters the Thoughtcast as well as like their Dispel and stuff. Galvblast we want to keep for their 4/4s. We could bring in Hydroblast. We could bring in Reaping. If we're going to try and play this like a control matchup, Reaping is going to be super good. And then maybe a Hydro. Yeah, we'll keep this. Might actually want to destroy that with a Pyroblast so they can't draw 2 with it. Another Witching Well? No land. And we draw Ancient Grudge. Oh, that is nice. Okay. Go. Okay, that's indestructible land. 1, 2, 3, 4. So these cost 3. Cool. This costs 2, I believe, now. Still get to hold up so much counter magic. This should be GG, I think. Opponent missed for lands way too many times. This is turn 6. They only have 1 land in play. And if they play another destructible land, we have the Ancient Grudge to kill it. Okay. Got pretty lucky on that one. Opponent kept a land light hand, and we had the Ancient Grudge. So we were able to capitalize on that pretty hard. I think I'm going to stick with the deck as is. If they play Galvanic, you kill the well to turn off Metalcraft. I love that. Why did I board out Atog? Because the card lost me game 1. It was totally reactive. I'm not exactly sure how I'm supposed to be sideboarding in this matchup. So if I take out the Tog, then that's one potential target for Hydroblast out. I'm not playing the Fling, so I'm not going to get hosed by that combo like I did last time. But it does mean that I don't have the explosiveness, the combo finish. So I'm really just going for like maximum grind and control. But that being said, siding out Atog might be a horrible move. I'm not sure. Obviously mulligan this. We have no lands. We have a 1 land hand, but it does not cast Witching Well. Let's mulligan again, and we can keep this. Yeah, Snuff Out is a big one. There's a few cards that are really expensive. Snuff Out is one of them. Alright, so let's see here. We want to keep the lands. We want to keep the Witching Well. The Hydroblast is so-so. So I think we probably... Hey there, Barkzeek. Thanks for the follow, friend. I mean, you could replace Snuff Out with more copies of Edict. There are some cards you could switch it out with, but the reason why everyone's playing Snuff Out is because it's the best option for that slot. Opponent's starting with 7, too. Ugh. Well, hey, thanks a lot for the kind words there, Bar. Um, yeah, and I've actually heard that a good mic is one of the most important things for any kind of content creator. I remember hearing that from the professor. He was doing a some sort of a panel on being a magic content creator, and he was saying like number one thing, first thing you do is get a good microphone because people can deal with subpar video, but they will not stick around for subpar audio. Pedro, that seems like a good idea. You're going to win some tickets, and then you can use those tickets from your wins to get the snuff outs. Don't want another Witching Well. Put that to the bottom. I mean, Thoughtcast seems pretty good. I really want lands, but like Thoughtcast is how we get back in the game. Play the land for turn. Yes. I played the land this time. All right, so we have 3, so Thoughtcast costs 2. I'm into that. It doesn't look like they're going to have Counterspell up, but they could have Pyroblast for the Thoughtcast. That might be a good enough reason to play the Prophetic Prism, because we get a guaranteed draw that way. We miss on land, and we cannot play the Sojourner Companion, so we must pass. Ooh, Color Kappa. Oh, you're going to play in the Modern Horizons 2 draft on Friday? Where is it? I assume you're meaning like an actual paper store? Which store is doing it? HFX Games in Dartmouth? Interesting. Maybe? Miss on lands again, but they are tapped out, so we're going to go for the Thoughtcast here. Hope we draw some lands. We do not. We have the Ancient Grudge, but we don't have the mana to cast it. Play the Witching Well. Bottom, top. Yeah, maybe see you there. Haven't played any paper Pauper at all, so ouch. Well, we're going to be able to deploy our own creatures pretty soon, but this is a lot of damage. Alright, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Companion gets us to 7, so we can play double Companion and still have Ancient Grudge. Where are those Pyroblasts? I want to kill this Gearseeker. 1 for 1, let's go. Looks like they have the counter magic. Yep, Dispel. So we take 9, go to 2. And we really need to draw Pyroblast off the top, and for them to have nothing, they got follow-ups. All right, looks like we're going to be going 2-3. Womp womp. All right, that's the league. We get half of our play points back.